Is it cola or coffee? If it comes out of the faucet, it could be either, joke the people of Michurinsky. Either way, it never ceases to amaze them, the brown sludge they've been getting from the tap for years instead of clear drinking water.
You can't use it for washing or for drinking, but we have no choice. We have to let it settle for a while and then we boil it.
On Lemontov Street, residents pump out the brown liquids by the buckets every day. While they do have running water in their two-story building, the water pressure is often so low, it's easier for them to just pump the water out themselves. No matter where it comes from, the street pumps or the home taps, ultimately the water in the village of Michurinsky originates from a major river in southern Russia, the Kubain. When the spring floods come, the Kubain's waters turn a cloudy grey-brown, and the mud flows into Michurinsky's water mains virtually unfiltered. Once the villagers draw the river water, they have to leave it out for several hours in containers like these 20-litre plastic bottles until the dirt settles. Then the water's a little cleaner, but only a little.
We end up drinking everything, the clay and sand and everything else floating around in it.
He can't even remember the last time he drank truly clean water from the tap, laments the retiree Ivan Rybalkin.
I've been living here since 1975, and that's how long we've had to deal with it. Some boil it, but I don't. I just let it settle and then later use the water for cooking. Sometimes, when it's really filthy, I drink clean water from a water dispenser.
But the retail water costs money. Money this retiree can hardly spare. Ivan Rybalkin has to spend up to 3,000 rubles a month, about 35 euros, for store-bought drinking water. That comes to about 1/3 of a pension that's barely enough to live on as it is. During the Soviet era, the village of Michurinsky had a sovkhoz, a large-scale state-owned farm, with a canning factory. Not only was the state in charge of agricultural production, it was also responsible for a basic purification of the water, as the long-time residents recall. But then the Soviet Union collapsed, and with it, the old purification system.
There used to be large tanks along the road out of town where the river water was processed before it was let into the village. But then new rulers came, everything was looted, and ever since,
these tanks have been crumbling. They're no longer able to clean the water from the river. According to a report by the State Environmental Protection Agency, some of Michurinsky's water mains are now up to 90% clogged with silt from the river. What's more, the water from the Kubain River is known to be polluted. Environmentalists are demanding urgent action to remove bacteria and chemicals from the water. Our inquiries about water quality in the region and measures taken to purify it met with no response from the local authorities. And so it seems the Michurinsky villagers do indeed have no other choice but to use the dirty brown water.
Sometimes when the water looks a bit cleaner, I put white laundry in it. But it all comes out dirty, and that's that. You might as well throw the clothes away.
Once again, the tap water was so brown that Ivan Rybalkin decided to buy himself an expensive 5-litre bottle of clean drinking water at the village store. But this water ration will have to last him a few days. And Ivan Rybalkin has to watch his diet carefully.
I have to be careful not to eat too much herring. That would make me so thirsty I'd have to drink the dirty water from the river. But now I'm pretty much toughened up against it, as long as it's cold.
The summers in Russia can be hot. Michurinsky will need a lot of water. And what it gets from the Kubain isn't fit for human consumption.